Okay, so I have Windows in a separate partition on Steam Deck for stuff like games like this that have anti-cheat that, well, Warzone is a good example of this. If I want to play any of that or Game Pass games, I just boot into Windows in a separate partition. Alright, so here we go, open Steam, Battlefield 6 open beta. I have early access, so we should be able to get into it right away. So, okay, here it goes. We have a loading screen. This is for the anti-cheat. Normally, and let's see what happens. As you can see, it doesn't open the EA launcher, which is a good thing. Finally, a game that directly launches from Steam, from EA, which is a lot to say. Usually they have the launcher in the middle. They did the same with Dead Space Remake, which I thought it was a good touch. Okay, it says security violation, el arranque seguro no está habilitado. This means secure boot is not available. So you gotta learn to use secure boot. So this means the anti-cheat doesn't allow us to get inside the game and play it. So if we look in the requirements themselves in the store page, there's something that not many games have in the requirements, which says, if you look at the bottom, additional notes, TPM 2.0 enabled, UEFI secure boot enabled, HVCI capable, VVS capable. So does the Steam Deck have any of this? Well, unfortunately, well, it does have TPM 2.0. I mean, you can find it in the BIOS. I'm going to show you in a moment. It doesn't support secure boot. There are certain ways to enable it that I found for people that wanted to play Valorant. But unfortunately, for a game like this, those methods are not working. Other people, what they did was install Windows 10, then do the secure boot thing with a few tricks, and then upgrade to Windows 11. But many people told me that this didn't work on Battlefield 6, and honestly, I'm not surprised because they're being very strict on this requirement. Unfortunately, it's kernel level anti-cheat, so it's basically looking at every move before the operating system is actually doing something. Now I'm opening the command line and I'm going to put this command to reboot into BIOS, so I don't have to hold any buttons. So see you in a sec. Okay, we're now into the BIOS, we're going to set up utility, and here there will be a bunch of options. Ignore all this, go into security, and here it says TPM 2.0. So this means that the hardware is there, but the thing is, it doesn't support secure boot. I chose every option here, I checked all of them, and there's nothing related to secure boot, so at least we do have hardware to do secure boot, but yeah, it's not actually supported natively. But at least the little good news that I can give you is that I played this on lower end computers, not a 3060, actually a 1650 at 900p can run the game pretty well. I played this a few hours ago on stream, and well, when it comes to RAM, it's using like 13 gigs, 14. On some cards it was using like 17, so when it comes to the Steam Deck, the game is very CPU intensive, so I'm expecting the CPU to be maxed out. And of those 16 gigs, they are separated for system RAM as needed and VRAM. So we have 16 gigs in total. If we're using 13 gigs, we only have 3 gigs available for the game. And again, all that taking into consideration the CPU and GPU usage. Would I say this game would work on Steam Deck? I mean, I think it's possible to actually play this at a decent frame rate on Steam Deck. The problem is that we don't have secure boot, so we cannot even launch the game in the first place. But if you're using upscaling at 800p or something like that, something extreme like in a UE5 game, it's probably going to happen, but I expect a lot of stuttering due to the high CPU usage this game has. In this CPU that I have in this video, it's actually 20 threads, so that's a lot. But it's 6 P-cores on Intel, which is a powerful cores. It's closer to a Ryzen 5 5600 or something like that. So when it comes to the Steam Deck, we only have 4 cores and 8 threads, so that's already going to be maxed out by just playing the game. At least with 64 players, there's smaller matches as well. Unfortunately, EA is enforcing kernel level anti-cheat, so it doesn't even work without secure boot. It's being very aggressive when it comes to the requirements, but this hasn't stopped cheaters every time. I mean, they're still cheating in online video games pretty often, even in protected games. So I think it's stupid that they're doing that. They're also stopping people from playing on Linux when this happens. so that's a shame as well. But when it comes to the Steam Deck itself, if this ever gets lifted and we can actually do it, I'm going to be day one once that happens, here testing it out for you guys. So thank you so much for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it. Freak anti-cheat when it's so aggressive and it doesn't allow us to launch the game on Linux. But good news, I'll be playing Mafia the Old Country on Steam Deck. I'm making a video right now as you're watching this one. Once this is ready, it will be published and, well, you'll be able to watch it. This is Unreal Engine 5. The requirements are pretty steep, but UE5 on Steam Deck has been very low performing. Hopefully this one is an exception because it's not an open world game, it's more of a linear experience, but who knows, it's still UE5, so I'll see you guys in a few. Thanks for watching and I'll see ya next time. Bye guys!